I'm Johnny Ahysen, and I have been on air at Channel 9 since, 18 years now. And before that, had a career in radio from my very early youth until that point in time. And when radio started becoming automated and satellite delivered, the news director at the time here at Channel 9 said, you know what, you might do well on TV. TV's never something I would have thought about doing, ever. Diane Deaton, wow. She's an icon in this city and always has been in this whole region. And I watched her when I was on the radio because Channel 9, even back then, was my personal choice for news and information and weather, and was always watching. And I remember when she first started. And I'm thinking, wow, this lady she's awesome.
I'm excited, I really am. I'm excited to be able to be this close to Diane Deaton. I mean, my gosh. The traffic center is going to be positioned so very close to the 9 News Storm Center, and Diane Deaton, oh my God.
When I got to know her, I started thinking, wow, this lady is a piece of work. But I love her. I say that in a very good way because she and I were always at each other here in the studio. The real show, I think, when I worked with Diane was off the air. And I think if they could have filmed that, it could have been a successful sitcom. To this day, she and I are the closest of friends. In fact, I would go out in public by myself and would be asked, where's your wife? Where's Diane? And I'm like, everybody thought we were so, because we were so real. We kept it real on the air. She knew when I was pissed at her. I knew when she was pissed at me, which was quite often. And it came out. It was very natural. We didn't have to act or pretend or whatever. And I still keep in touch with her to this day. She's traveling a lot and just enjoying her retirement that she has most definitely earned. So yeah, Diane Deaton was, I was kind of like a kid with a celebrity crush when I met her for the first time, and it was like, wow. And then got to know her outside work, and she is just the most genuine, pleasant, caring, giving person in the world. And talks a lot. I often tell her, one of the many areas that she would get upset with me at, I would say, Diane, okay, it's only 5 a.m. and you've already used all of your bank of words that we have for you for the whole morning. And shut up, Johnny. I dream about that phrase because that's all I heard. But it was a great deal. I miss her. I mean, I just miss her being a work person, but I still get to see her on the weekends and social outings, so she's good. Love Diane. Paul Gates, my gosh, another one I grew up working with, and then when he started doing the cooking segments, the Stirring It Up segments with Chef John Folse, it was one of the main reasons I watched the news in the afternoon, because I wanted to see the cutting up that they did and things like that, and they were so real and so genuine, and John just loved Paul, and Paul just loved John, and then you have, Mike Graham jumped onto the set once in a while, and that just went south quick. But when they came to me after Paul retired, and they said, we have been talking about it in several different circles inside and outside the station community, and Folse asked about your availability, and he said, I don't guess we could get him because he's in the morning and we did the shows in the afternoon. And from a standpoint of availability, I jumped at that, but I didn't jump at it immediately because I was so intimidated by Paul Gates. And to this day, I tell people I could never replace Paul Gates. I could only succeed him. So I didn't come on the air and try to be Paul Gates. I came on and tried to be myself, and I will be very honest, for the first 4, 5, 6 months, I was very, very intimidated. Not only by the legend that is Paul Gates, but by the bigness that Chef John Folse is internationally. I mean, this is an internationally known chef. He's got a huge culinary school at a major university here in Louisiana, and I'm thinking, wow, I'm just a traffic guy, and I'm just me, and I just don't know if I can do all of this. And I felt the spirit of Paul helping me through some shows in those early days. I truly did. And I started to relax a little bit. I felt like I kind of had Paul's approval, if you will. And before his Alzheimer's got real bad, we would have him on occasion, and he would tell me, no, you stand next to Chef, and I wouldn't do it. You can go back and look at the archives. I would move out of the way because Paul Gates and Chef, that was the show. We just keep it on the air. I just got to, do the ins and outs and let the chef teach us how to cook. But Paul was really more of a celebrity and a star, and that whole show could have been a very highly watched sitcom with those two. And so when Paul would come up, I would stay way out of the way. I have so much admiration and respect for him and miss him dearly. Hi, I'm Johnny Ahysen. Thank you for checking out the WAFB YouTube channel. Like what you see? Go ahead and subscribe by clicking this box and you'll get notified when new content is released. Make sure you also download the WAFB 9 News app for breaking news alerts sent right to your phone.